Okay. Good evening to all of you, and welcome back for our today's class. And you're most welcome. Like last time, we had some activity whereby we looked at some of the basics of HTML. We were able to structure a basic website using a basic HTML syntax. And we did a lot of other activities. So today, basically, I want us to look at how we can work with texts, and we can do some formattings and many more others. So if we all very well recall, when we talk of HTML, we are simply referring to a language which structures a website. It gives the shape of a website. I've in several occasions been giving an example like a skeleton. So it's just the body, something which structures up a website, and HTML is the hypertext markup language. So for anybody who might be joining for the first time, you can check on our previous videos to get a better understanding of that. So we were able to develop a basic website last time, and on the survey I made on the platform, I was trying to inquire whether some people have installed the required softwares, like what you're seeing on the screen, that is Visual Studio Code. What I would recommend for any Windows user, somebody who is running on Windows, Visual Studio Code is one of the best. Of course, we as well have a Sublime text editor. Then for people who are using mobile phones, I decided to share the ones for Android, because most of us use Android phones. There are a few people who use iPhones. I'm not saying they're not there, they're there, but in the African or Ugandan market, basically people use Android phones. So I shared some 2 code editors on our platform there, and the links to them, that is from a verified source, that is a Play Store. So you can install that, and I'll be using either of them today as well to demonstrate for those who might be on mobile phones. So if you have a PC, we are going to start with that. Then the rest can also follow. I'll just demonstrate briefly how to use on the mobile phone. Meanwhile, whatever instruction we are doing now will be the same things you'll be doing. So please be attentive as we go through. So I believe if you have a PC, you have already opened your VS Code. I'm grateful for some of you have already submitted their assignments. And others who have not, please do as well. And some of you who are yet very new or have not followed any of our previous recordings, please go to the YouTube channel, check those recordings out so that you're also in line. So when we're talking about text formatting, HTML, of course, last time we looked at different types of tags which are found in HTML. We looked at very many other types of tags. And of course, we have a variety of them, and we shall be looking at them today. So, yeah, maybe we could mute our microphones, which is good, which would be better for us. Now, when you open your text editor, I'm going to open for us a new file. We are going to start by writing something we wrote last time exactly. Then we come to something new. Let me zoom it. Let me zoom it a bit. Are we able to view better from here?
It's okay.
Okay, that's cool. Now, we are going to start by writing a basic HTML syntax. Like we said last time, we are going to start with a doc type tag, which specifies or informs the browser which type of HTML we are running. So we are going to start with a doc type tag. So I'm going to bring in my doc type. We are first writing what we wrote last time. And for those who did not write, please, you can as well follow here. So we are going to write the doc type, and then we can save our document. So I basically save using Ctrl+S. That's one of the shortcuts, and of which we should all get familiar with. So when I'm going to save my document, it will ask me where am I saving it from. So I'll go to desktop, and then I want to save it to some folder which I know. There are very many folders I have. So let me take it to Bootcamp resources, because that's where I'm saving basically them. So let me name it here, text formatting. So I'm just naming it for my case so that I understand which one I'm working with. So the document type, it has already selected HTML because it is so the doc type which are typed. So in case there are other languages, for example, maybe you're writing in C, C#, C++, CSS, like CSS, that's what we're looking at next. That these are some programming languages. We can even see JavaScript here. So for this case, we're working on HTML. So we shall leave it as HTML, and then we are saving. So now my document has been saved. Like I said, I'm writing the basic structure of the HTML. So I'll come to this tag, which is the head. I'm going to type the head as well. And then after the head, what is next? Am I going to head? No, before the head, I have to type. I specify, I frame it up that this is a HTML doc. So I have to write here HTML. I have to copy this because I'd skipped that step. I'm going to Control S. I bring it down. This one encircles that whatever document you're going to write is hypertext markup language. So after the title, after the head, I have to bring in the title. I have to bring in the title. I have to bring in the title. This one good side of VS Code is it can autocomplete for you codes if you have already saved your work. So I'm just writing the basic structure. And then here I'm coming to the body. The body, this is everything you see displayed on a website is written around this area, which is the body. Now here, this is how a website looks. This is the structure of a website. So how do I name it? Let me say my website. My first website. My first website. So what did we put last time? Ojo, can you remind us? Did we put a paragraph tag or we put a H tag? Anybody to remind us? Which tag did we put last time? Was it a paragraph tag or a H tag? Israel, your microphone is not muted. Your microphone has challenge. I guess you're not hearing what you're saying. Same way with Alex and BF. So which tag did we use last time? Did we use the paragraph tag or we used the H tag, the H1 tag? Okay, so let's go with the H1 tag. Or maybe let's just write the paragraph tag. So when I write, I'll be like, welcome. The content here, you can put anything you feel like to my first. Welcome to my first website. So you have to Control S, you have to save it. Let me share the whole screen so that you're able to see my output. Let me share the whole screen so that you're in position to check my output. So now here, I've written my codes already. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to right click, and then I'll come to open. I like opening with other browsers because my default browser is not Chrome. So I'm going to select my Google Chrome. So it is going to load. Now when it loads, I think we can see the output here. It has shown that welcome to my first website. Like I said, what you see on the website is what is found in the body. Remember, we have written other things up. Well, my first website, what. It's not able to show this. But where does it show it? Where does it show? It shows it up here. It shows it up here. You can see the name of the website. So for instance, maybe you may find a situation where maybe there is let's say iFed Technologies or the name of the website. So the title shows the name of the website that we wrote for this case, my first website. But the content, what you see is welcome to my first website. So whatever you have written in the body is what is displayed. Okay. So this is basically what we looked at last time. And now today we are going to look at first, we are going to start with the headings, the different levels of heading. We have 6 different levels of headings from level 1 up to level 6. Level 1 is the one with the highest hierarchy, as in it's where the text is very big. And then level 6 is the smallest. So level 1 is, you can put it on the landing page or on the home page. Welcome to this and that. And then there is level 2, there is level 3, there is level like that. Now, for this case, let me remove this P tag. I turn it to H1. This is heading 1, the one which is the biggest. So let me turn it to H1. So let me first reduce. Let me reduce the size of this because I'd zoomed it out. Let me bring it back to 100. So this is my welcome to my first website. You can see it is very small. That is the standard size of it. Now, I've I removed the P tag. Instead, I've put the H tag. And now what I'm going to do, I've saved my document already. Remember, if you run it without saving, it will not display the current change you've done to the codes. For it to be able to display what you've done to the codes on the browser, you must have saved it. So I'll come back to my browser. I'll refresh. So when I refresh, you can see now the heading is bigger. This is the default. Now, I said we have 6 different levels of heading. We have H1 is level 1. Now, I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this. Then I'm going to paste by doing Control V, enter Control V, enter Control V. How many are there? 5. The 6th one is here. Now, what I'm going to do, instead of H1, I'll turn this to H2. I turn this to H3. I turn this to H4. I turn this to H5. I turn this to H6. Same way this side, because if I turn one side, the effect will not take place. H2. Let me turn this to 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to save. Always remember to save. And the best way to save is, if you want to be a good developer, you should learn a lot of shortcuts. Using shortcuts saves you a lot of time. Then I'll come back to my browser. When I come to my browser, remember this is the previous one, or what I'd written. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to refresh. So when I refresh, you can see different levels of heading. This one is good for writing big title of your website. This one, you can use it for writing subheadings, you know, of different levels, depending on the type of the title you're writing. So we can see there are 6 different levels. This is level 1. This is level 2. This is level 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, this is all about headings. We use the H1 tag for writing the headings for our any content you're putting on a website. Now, I also talked about lists. We talk about ordered lists and unordered lists. Now, let's start with the unordered lists. So when we are working on an unordered list, we use the UL. We use the UL tag. So UL stands for unordered list. Now, when you write this, of course, with the VS Code, it automatically completes for you. Now, you're going to enter. When you enter, you need another tag for listing your items. So that is the LI tag. You open brackets, you then bring in the LI tag. Now, maybe we have already put here the LI tag. Okay, let's pick this as well. Let's put some small heading for this thing we are going to list. Let me copy H2. I want to use H2. Sing a message. Okay. Yeah, Israel's network is not stable. Okay, Israel, it's okay. You can go off the call. You will find the recordings. Good. Okay, so I'm going to copy the H2. So I highlight, I click my Control-C. So I come here to my UL. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paste here. Let us give a heading. Somebody to maybe, okay, welcome to my first website. Let's say the services I offer. The services I offer. So we are going to start with LI1, website, design and development. I can copy this. I'm going to copy, then I can paste. Let me copy it. I forgot to copy. I highlight. I'm going to copy. So when I copy, okay, I'm just going to list 3 services, website design and development. Okay. Teaching software engineering, or let me just say software engineering. Software engineering. Okay. What else? Maybe graphics. Graphics design. So now I've listed, I'm going to give list of some of my services. So for example, let us save and let us see what happens on the browser. So I'm going to refresh my browser. So when I refresh my browser, you can see, we can see what I've just written. They are now here. The services I offer, we have web design. So you see that it has given some bullet points. Now this is with the UL, when we have used the UL tag, or what we refer to as the unordered list. Now let us copy this. Let's copy the whole of this. And then now let me copy. Let me enter, let me paste. Remember we said there are two types. There is unordered list, then there is what we call the ordered list. So UL is an ordered list. Now OL is an ordered list. So I'm just going to change this U to O to U. So I've changed the upper one is the UL. Let me space them a bit. Is the UL, and the downer one is the unordered list. So okay, let me control save. Let me come back to my my browser. I refresh. So we can see here. Welcome to my first website. The services I offer: web design and development, software engineering, graphics design. Then again, the services I offer, of course, we have copied the heading as well. Now, for example, I have website design and development, software engineering, and graphic design. We can see the upper ones have bullet points, then the lower ones are numbered. So in ordered list, it numbers. Then in an ordered list, it gives you bullet points. You can see several times on websites, you find they have numbered things. So when they have numbered, the code they used for writing or the tags they used was the UL. Then if you find bullet points, the code they used was the, the code they used for bullet points was UL. And then the code they used for the one which are numbered is OL. Now let's come to formattings, the text formattings. Okay, let's come to text formatting. Okay, let's come to text formatting. Now here, we have written several stuff. Okay, welcome to my website and what's so forth. Now, these things we have written, remember, we can add formattings. When you talk about text formatting, is like adding some characters or adding formats to the text which are displayed on a website. So we are going to use some part of CSS. Like I said, we shall be starting CSS after this. However, we are getting exposed to some smaller bit of CSS with text formatting. When we talk of CSS, that is cascading style sheet. It is used to add design and shape to a website. However, we are going to use the type of CSS which we call inline CSS, whereby you provide CSS in a tag or to a line of tag only, rather than something which would affect the whole of it. Of course, we shall look at CSS deeper when we come to that part for CSS, when we're looking at CSS, which we are going to do it after learning HTML. So one of the text formats we have is what we call bold. When we talk about bold, we all understand something bold, put like bold, just like any simpler English. When you're writing, putting something bold, you need to do what? Okay, it is bolder. For example, if you use Microsoft Word, you can use the letter, you can highlight and use the other B to turn it bold. So the text appears darker. Now, let us add formats to this. Let's look at, for example, the services I offer. I offer website design and development. Now, let us make development bold. You'll bring your cursor there. What you're going to do, you put the brackets, then you type B. B is for bold. Then when you put B, you have put there. Remember, it has taken away the development, so we can manually type it. Because we had already saved it, it's there. So we offer website design and development. Let us save. We see what happens. Our text. So you can see, we offer website design and development. So if you see here, you'll realize this development is darker, meaning it is more bold than website design, which is the other side. So there we have added what we call inline CSS. We have added format to a text which is appearing on a web. Okay, so that is bold. And then we also have what we use. We know italic very well, like italic style of writing. Now let's add some text. Let's add some format to engineering. We do software engineering. Okay, fine. Let's add some top formatting for it. So when we add italic, it changes the text into like italic. So we use letter I. So we shall put the opening. Okay, let's first copy this. Let's cut engineering so that we don't type next time. So we are going to put I for italic. Then we enter. And then we are going to paste what we have copied. Let us save. Then we see what happens. So you can see here, engineering has changed to italic. There is software and the engineering is now in italic. So this one, you can use it on a website. Maybe there's something you're putting emphasis on, and you want to turn the text format to italic, so that is different from others. That somebody can easily identify, so you can use that. And then we can also underline text on a website. You have ever seen other text which they have underlined? So when you're underlining a text, maybe there's an important point you want to note out. So when you want to underline text, we use the U tag. So we are going to put, for example, graphics and design. So we are going to open. Let's first cut this design so that we don't type again. I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to put U, the U tag. Then I'm going to paste. I'm going to save. When I come back here, I refresh so we can see. We have underlined our graphics design. We have underlined design because that's what we wanted it to do. Okay. Okay, so basically those are some of the formats we have looked at. And then again, there are also other formats. There are also other formats. For instance, if you want to put some emphasis on something, when we want to put emphasis on something, emphasis, we use the EM tag. However, it does the similar job like, it does similar job the same way the B tag would do for the bold. Okay. Now, let us give an example. For example, we are going to say website design and development. So we are going to cut, we are going to put our opening. Sorry, I opened up settings. No. So we are going to, let us cut design for this ordered list. We're going to, can we mute our microphones, please? We're going to put the EM tag to emphasize. Then we Control V. We Control S. That is to save. Remember, now we're adding format to the ordered lists which are down, which are numbered. And then when you open, you can see here design has also changed to italic. So when we talk about the EM, it does similar job to the I tag. However, it is not used to make a sentence italic. It is used to emphasize on a text, though it also turns a word into italic. Then we also have another one, which is similar to bold, which is strong. We can use the strong tag. For instance, this time around, we want to make the whole of software engineering strong. So we are going to cut this. We are going to put the strong tag. We put strong. When we close, we'll obviously put the other one. And then we are pasting. So what we are doing is what we call inline CSS. Now, we have added the whole sentence to be like that. Now we are coming to our browser to check. So you can see the whole of software engineering is now bold. It is looking bold. But the purpose of putting strong tag is also to emphasize on something, not to make it bold. If you want to make a text bold, please use the B tag. If you want to make text italic, use the I tag. Then if you want to put emphasis on the text, that's when you should use the D. And if you want to make a point stand out, that is when you're supposed to use the strong tag. Now, you have also seen situations where, of course, we have looked at the basic formattings all, but now you have also seen situations where links, we add links to other pages or other websites. And then for instance here, let me add the P tag down here. Let me add a paragraph tag. When I talk about P tag, I mean a paragraph tag. So when I add the paragraph tag, for instance, for more information about my services, contact me via, let's say maybe, let us put a functional link. Let me talk about Google. Contact me via Google. So what I'm going to do, I've already put the P tag. However, I'm now directing somebody to another site, which is not in this same. So I'll put my opening. Jesus. Okay, let me hope if this minute has run out, we shall be able to join back quick. Or let me try doing this very quick. Then we see what's next. So I'll put my A, which is the anchor tag. Then I put the href, which is the hyperreference tag. Then I'll put my equals. And then I put the site. Let's say www.google.com / Google. Now, this anchor tag is going to tell the browser that whatever which will be here, the hyperreference text or the href, will direct that person after clicking to the site, which is www.google.com. So this Google you have written is the name of the site, maybe like I've just written Google. So when the person clicks on there, it will be able to direct the person to another, to Google, to this platform, which we have put here. So let me save this. Then I refresh the browser. So you can see here, for more information about my services, contact me via Google. So here you're able to see this blue showing it is a link. So when I click here, when I'm on a website, I've clicked here, it does not access. I don't know whether I've not given the right address for Google. Okay, let me see. Let me just see here. Let me copy this. Let me just put it here. Let me remove this. Let me see whether it will bring exactly what I wanted to bring. I don't know what I've copied, whether it's right or wrong. Okay. Okay. I don't know why the tab is taking long. So I don't know why the tab is taking long. However, so when you put this, you have to make sure that the site you're typing in. Let me try this. Let me type the whole of it. http:// www.google.com. Let me save this and see what happens. But of course, maybe the reason as to why it's not directing is that you find the address you are putting is not right. Let's see where it is loading. You see, it has now opened Google. So the reason as to why it refused to open at first was I just typed www.google.com, meaning my address was not right. So since the address was not right, what it had to do was, it was not able to load it. It said the site I'm trying to load cannot be found. But now I've put the right address. That's why it is able to load and open this. So when we come back, it will be in position to take us back to our website. So basically, this is for today. And for people who are using mobile phones, can we be able to join back quick? Can we confirm that? We shall have 10 minutes. We are going to join back. I'll actually join via the phone so that I can be able to guide you. So in these 5 remaining minutes, you're free to ask any question. Maybe if you have any submission, if you want any point we explain, please feel free. So the room is open. Anybody with a submission?
Yeah, actually, mine is that.
Okay.
Mine is about the page, the last whatever, the one you have just started. I not understand it into details around about the Google thing. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we are saying, and these are some of the text formattings we were looking at. Now, what we said was, let me come this here. Let me bring it here. So you start by opening a P tag. Of course, we have formed a P tag. Now, this is basically used to link other websites to your website. For example, even you can link other pages of the same website to another one. Of course, we shall look at linking pages later when we start making websites which are more than one page. Of course, that's next week. We shall be in position to look at that towards the end of next week. So you can link another maybe website, a page on the same website and any other external source. Now, what you're going to do, maybe, for example, you can chat me. You can reach me via my inbox. Let me just say inbox. Now, here you have to open another whatever before you type your inbox. You have to open another bracket. Of course, here I've opened. I have to bring the A tag, which is the anchor tag. It tells the browser that what I'm going to put is a link. It is not part of this content on this page. It is taking somebody to another page. Then this href is a hypertext reference, which tells the website, okay, yes, you have been told by the anchor tag that this content is not found on this page. However, this is the location of the content. So we shall say href equals to, for this case, I want us to just use Google for this case. Now I'm going to say HTTP dot, so www.google.com. Remember now, this time around, we said you can chat me via my inbox. Now I don't want to put again the word Google. I want to now put the word inbox. Of course. Now, this inbox is found where? In this link. Of course, here you cannot put, it's not that a must is supposed to put Google. You can put any other thing. However, I've just put Google because it's a link which is functioning. I want us to be sure that, okay, when we click here, it takes us somewhere. Because if you put a link which is not functioning, it will not drive you. Let's say maybe you're having a chat bot on your website. Now, here you can put the link to your chat bot so that when somebody clicks on inbox, it takes the person direct to the chat bot. But of course, we are just using Google, for example. And make sure you always save your work. Then if I save my, if I've saved my work, now what I'm going to do, I'll come to my browser. Remember, this is the last one. It has not brought what you have just written. So I'm going to refresh. If I've refreshed, it has now brought here. Let me scroll down. It has brought here. You can reach me via my inbox. Now you're going to click on this inbox. When you click on it, it's going to take you to the link which you have put. For this case, it is Google. So hope you have got that point. Yes, Mr. Joke, I can see your hand is up. So here it has opened our Google, which is the link. When you click back, it brings you to your website. Yes, Ojok, go ahead.
All right. Thank you very much, our dear instructor. A very good evening to everyone online.
Yeah.
Mine, I have two things. One, I had even talked about it with you personally, that I have two friends, including me, making three, that would wish to be physically, not online like this, during this training session. So we're asking, where can we have that?
Okay.
Then second,
Mm.
yes.
Okay, go ahead. We have
Then
only 1 minute. I'll respond to you. Okay.
and then secondly, how can we now upload it on let's say now on internet so that someone can search for and find such information? Thank you.
Okay. We still have a long way to reach that. Let's finish this at CSS. When we are starting
Okay.
finishing CSS, we shall be able to learn how to host our website live. Then
Okay.
about the other one, I remember telling you, it depends on your number and your location also, because we have some hubs countrywide where I can link you to. I may not be there physically, but of course we have our other staff which are there. I can